Kitchener, Ontario was home to Ragnarok 4.0 on April 20th and 21st, 2024. This gaming convention had something for everyone. Miniature wargaming, board games, role-playing games, and vendors.
Which means you've got 2, 6, 7, 8. Flat. Even if you run, you can't move your guys. Oh, so yeah. You're already in the center of the max, you're 8. And what's your back hurt? So running is that 2. One hand. Okay. That's 9. You just gotta calculate. No, I do. So walking is more here. Remember to say 4, 5, 6. You want to be an Andrew? Get out of there. Okay. All right. Okay, so 4 dice to that guy. Yep, he's dead. So I get to attack again. I'll put 4 dice on that tank. Actually, I'll put 3 on the hill. 2 hits. That one's gone. 2 hits. And then 3 on that one. 1 hit.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brampton.
Okay. And what's the name of the game that we've got here today?
I brought Mortal Gods. It's a game of Greek city-state historical warfare, skirmish game made by Footsore Miniatures from the UK.
Okay.
Today I brought Athens Marines and Sparta. Mortal Gods is an interesting game because you can play it historically, city-state versus city-state, but there's also mythic elements, Clash of the Titans, Jason of the Argonauts, kind of feel to it as well.
Now, the figures are beautiful.
Thank you very much.
What scale are they?
They're all 28 millimeter. They're metals from Footsore Miniatures, and they're plastics from Vitrix Games.
Those are just beautiful figures.
And some of the mythic stuff is actually 3D printed by myself.
3D printed, I'll have to...
Is that it then? Alright, that's the end of the turn. We can take our greens off, we can take our keys off.
I brought some examples of the mythic selections. Some of the options are based on the gods. So there's an undead army of Hades. There's a army.
Hi, you guys are okay if I film a little bit of your game?
How many
Get out of the way.
Alright. We did 3 wounds. You need to push back in.
Okay.
Where directly across. If you can't get through the other end, move back out of the way. Here, you just do this. These guys will push back a bit, and they'll just push there. Okay? So they've got how many wounds? 2? These 2 has 2 wounds? Okay, so you guys are up.
So, and that is a push one. 3 shifts before I want. Or if you got to do today.
Wait, who do we want to attack?
You hadn't done it.
Yeah, that's true. Let's charge him. Which one? We can charge the closest ones only, though. You can only charge the closest meter, right? Yeah, so
You can still do a courage test and charge a different meter. But you can't get through those. You're going to charge there? Okay, just push them back in the touch. We're obviously passively defending, so you're minus...
Oh, minus 1.
Minus 1 because you already showed that. 3.
Now 2? 2.
We're defending with 2
I said it was.
So we're down to 3. We lose a soul.
promoted.
Dice pipe?
I really want to go to that. I really do. I don't know why.
Command these guys. You can move this guy. Just move him into here so he can issue orders.
Sure, but we would only be able to move him 6. So we'd have to go around 3.
Go around that. He'd still be within 6 of the other one.
Oh, sorry, we lost that. We need to back off. Nobody can see him. We are gonna have to move this guy eventually, though. Like he's hiding behind that bridge, but like.
I would think we should get trees to the other side of
So, do you have people signed up for this afternoon?
I'm not technically running at the same time.
Oh, you're not in.
One time slot.
Okay, so I want to shoot at this guy here.
Yeah, most people do.
With my tiger.
So my base to hit on value is a 3. I am over 16 inches. So that's unactive goes to a 4. Less accuracy distance. Tiger. 6. No hits. That's all I can do. Sure, go.
Eric, what can you tell me about the show?
The show itself, Ragnarok 4.0, obviously this is our 4th go, and it is an all games event. So we have board games, miniature games, role-playing games, pretty much anything that we can think of, and it runs for 2 days. And we've been doing this. I can't say 4 years consecutively because we had the COVID years, which knocked a hole in it. But we're doing really phenomenally quite well. We've actually today been running around adding tables all over the place and adding chairs for people to play games because the response has been so fantastic this year. We've probably doubled our attendance. I'd have to check to make sure that's the deal, but I think we've almost doubled our attendance from the previous year. So one of the other things that we added in this year as well was the room that we are in right now that is more miniature games. We really hadn't had many of those, and we recruited a handful of people to do that, and that response has been really, really good too. So,
well, Ragnarok's a tabletop convention that started kind of back in 2018, but we only got to run one of them before COVID hit. Then afterwards, we kind of went large and in charge, and we're Waterloo Region's only tabletop convention. We have a couple smaller neighbors out in Guelph and out in Stratford that happened just before us, so we tap into a lot of the same sort of fan base, which is great. It's a really close-knit gaming community. So we are mostly board game and RPG centric, and we have a lot of vendors. We've got 3 different play spaces where we do miniatures and like tabletop battle games. We do RPGs like Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons, Shiver, games like that. We've got our open gaming table space where anybody can play any of the board games that they want to bring, or from our massive library, as well as they could try out our play to win games, and they can win a free game to go home with every year. We do craft beer pairings with TWB, where we make a special beer every year just for the con as a collab.
What can you tell us about TWD or TWB?
TWB is Kitchener's oldest craft brewery. It's a co-op brewery, and they're very community focused, so they're a big sponsor of Ragnarok, and I'm one of the brewers there, and so I make a beer every year called Winter, and a portion of the proceeds goes to help support the con. So being here and flogging beer makes a bit of money for the con, so we can keep going. So our sponsors are very important to us every year. Like everything else in life, costs go up, so it's really nice to have community support, local community support, and we've got a big smattering of sponsors. That's all these guys actually. some of them are here today. Some will be here later. Civilian did all of our T-shirts. If you saw the nice blue T-shirts this year, this is last year's shirt. I have to put mine on still. Seen on Screen podcast is here, learning how to play various games today, and then they'll be doing a report later. Gale Force 9 and Evil Genius Games supplied a whole bunch of games for us for the Play to Win library and our actual library, as well as giveaways for players during playing certain tabletop games today. Certified Trade are our custom local Metal Fab guys, and they've been a sponsor since day one as well. North Star Travel's new sponsor last year for us, and they're a local travel agency, and some of their agents are regulars at TWB, so that's where I hooked up with them. And they'll be coming out later as well. Local is the new app for Waterloo Taxi, and they have our ads in all of their taxi cabs right now, so we're doing a cross promotion with them as well. Obviously TWB is there, and then we have a couple other sort of like sideline sponsors as well that have been like a super big help almost all the way back since day one as well. That everybody just likes supporting cool things in the community, and so we try to supply cool for the community